we're looking at all this stuff that I have had contained in this Lowepro My Passport. It was one of the early My Passport bags, and the you probably can't see it real well, but I've got this little insert that I made with material to hold my iPad, my Kindle when I'm at the beach, and it fits nicely in there, so it adds a slot for that. And I've got these three little bags I've talked about before. These are Eagle Creek travel bags, a red one, a black one, and then there's this other long one that I'm not quite sure what it's for, but it's got a see-through thing. So I've got a lot of cables in here. Got a battery checker, AA batteries, some wires for connecting different devices, and my red bag has the SD card, an old film canister, handy little thing to use. I wear hearing aids, so I've got a container for my hearing aids. I've got batteries for my hearing aids and some other accessories. A little tripod that'll work with my Olympus Air or with my EPL6. I've got a flashlight, just it's not a powerful flashlight, but one for finding stuff. And this is my body cap lens. This is the 15mm f8, and a pencil and a pen and that sort of stuff. So that's the red bag. Kind of red for emergency, but it's not really an emergency. It's just things that I use for myself. And then my black bag is my EM1 and EPL6 accessory bag. So I've got batteries for my EM1. They have an orange mark on them. And a battery charger for the EM1 batteries. And then I've got batteries for my EPL6 and the charger for that. I've got another pack of AAA batteries. My EM1 cable, USB cable, and I've got the flash unit, the pop-on flash unit for the EPL6 and for the EM1. So that's what's in the black bag. And I carry my EPL6 in a little pocket in the passport, and that fits in there nicely. I have a platypod support system. This is something that lets you substitutes for a tripod. It's a little plate and an attachment, a ball head, and that fits nicely in the bottom of this camera section in the passport. And then my EM1, which is what I'm using right now, would fit right on top of that. I carry an old Olympus recorder, which is amazingly good for recording sound. So I have that in the bag with some AAA batteries and a higher quality lavalier mic, which I probably should be using now. And that fits in the back of this insert. And then I have this little pouch that has my lipstick-like power brick from Anchor and the necessary cables. It turns out the cable that charges the Anchor power supply also will fit in my Olympus Air, and so it's a 2-for-1. So those fit in right next to the recorder, and the black bag fits behind the camera, the EPL6, and the taller gray bag fits in the back of that. And so that leaves a nice little area in which I can then place the red bag. But before I do that, I also carry a raincoat for the bag itself. It's really meant for a backpack, so it's a bit large for this particular bag, but it works okay. And that'll fit on top of the camera of the EPL6. And then I have I repurpose bags for everything. So this is another old bag that I found. It's like a wallet bag, and I've put filters, the polarizing filters, and then neutral density filter, and that fits nicely beside the insert, which is this Ape Cube insert that's holding the one black bag, the gray bag, and my little EPL6. So that fits beside that. And here's my my Kindle, which I hadn't taken out, and a diffuser for my i40 flash, my Nissan i40 flash. This is my boss strap that goes below the EM1 when I put it in here. And then this is my raincoat. That kind of goes right there. And that pretty much takes in a donkey case or donkey wrap. I have my 60mm macro pro lens for Olympus, and a Panasonic 35-100 that gives me some range when I need it. Okay, so wrap that in the donkey and close that up, and that fits the back pocket here, which is really meant for a water bottle, but that worked perfectly for that. And I can also get this Gorilla Pod. It's really a tripod that's meant for DSLRs, which works perfectly for the EM1. Stick that back in here, and that holds nicely. Okay, and then the red bag goes in the front here. And if I really squeeze, I've also got a charger for my AA batteries. It's a charging unit that plugs right into the wall. I love these kind of chargers that have the plug. You don't need a cable. That goes on the other side of the Ape Case. And then I have a head light that goes into what was meant to be a what's the side pocket in the Passport. I'm not sure it was meant for anything in particular. And then with that together, if I had the EM1 in here, it would all work fine too. I zip it up. Sometimes I do a little squeezing. It is a little bit tight. Oh, there we go. We're good. And another thing, I forgot to put that in here. I always carry extra Ziploc bags. And so I only have one. That's unusual. I usually have more than that. This is a large freezer size. You can never tell when you might need a Ziploc bag. So I put that in there, and we'll zip this up. And then this is a Rogue Flash Bender, the smaller size. It works great with the i40, the Nissan i40. Unfortunately, these two guys don't fit in here. This is the Nissan i40, and this is a Van Quest expandable pouch. It's great for water bottles or other things, and so it packs up very small, but it opens up to be a rather large pack. So I have that with me in case I need it. And then I've got these, what do you call them, climbing gears, and they fit nicely around this, so that'll hang off the back. And I've got a selfie stick, which I actually use for the flash. I don't use it for selfie. Well, I do use it for selfies sometimes, but it's great for flash. And there I have it. So I have all those things that were on the bed in this bag or hanging off of it, and that's it.